So I think we can continue. I'm gonna save this file. So save as maybe somewhere on your desktop, and I'm gonna create a new folder. Let's leave its name as new folder and save my file as cut part1.cutpart inside of this new folder. So I'm gonna close this. And I'm going to create another and I'm going to create another part, so in which I'm going to create this one. Okay, so it is once again a sphere, just a sphere. Let's try to create a sphere with the using this tool, which is named sphere, and the center of my sphere will be in probably in origin point somewhere here. And what about the diameter? The diameter is once again 200, something like this. And since the diameter is 200, the radius will be 100, and I need complete sphere. I click on OK. So, okay, what is next? What is next? Here, I see the shape of this hole is something like this. Okay, I'm gonna create on a sketch on y-x plane, and my sketch will be something like maybe this. The dimensions are not so important for me, so like this. This will be a guide curve for my future sweep. So on this point, I should create a plane, and this plane will be a base for another sketch. So I click on a plane, select this ZX plane, and select this point. Okay, so I just copy this ZX plane from this point, from origin point to this point. So I click on OK, and on this newly created plane 1, I'm going to create a sketch, and my sketch will be okay, something like this, a circle with a 100 millimeter diameter, something like this. I exit sketch workbench, and what is next? I'm going to create maybe sweep surface, and profile type will be explicit. So I'm going to select here the first method of creating a surface. So profile will be this one, and guide curve will be this one. So okay, I don't think anything more, I guess. Let's hide sphere 1 and look what I have. This is actually what I need. This is actually what I need. So I open once again the sphere, and probably I hide this 3 and use trim, select sphere, and select sweep. Okay, so I need a sphere, so that's why I click on other side, this one, and I don't need this side. I need inner side of this sweep 1. So click once again to other side, to this button, previous other side, previous element, and click on OK, and the result is OK for me. So it is a really simple part. Okay, so maybe let's create this one. Once again, I'm going to create a sketch on XY plane. Okay, and the diameter of my sketch will be 550, and I'm gonna extrude. I'm gonna create an extrusion. So extrusion using this sketch to 200 millimeters. So which is this one, and the direction is okay for me. Probably here I'm gonna select another one. So here limit 2 will be up to element, and the element will be this one. I click on OK. This is okay for me. And to trim this inner side of sphere, I should probably create an intersection between these two. So I click on intersection, select the sphere, select this extrusion, and click on OK. So I have here intersection curve, which is this one, and I'm gonna use a split to trim this inner side of sphere. I select a sphere and select intersect one. Click on OK. This result is okay for me. This result is okay for me. So actually, I think I don't need this sketch 3 and I don't need this intersect 1. So what is next? I think I'm gonna close this side using fillet and this edge, just like this. And on this created surface, which can be used as a plane, I'm gonna create another sketch using centered rectangle. I'm gonna create a rectangle with dimensions of probably. Let me just look at this drawing. Yes, 25 to 25. 25 and 25, and the height will also be 25. So this one will be 25 and this one will be 25, like this. I exit sketch workbench and create an extrusion with a height of 25 to other direction. So I click on OK, and I'm gonna use a fill to close this surface. Actually, this is a bit wrong. First of all, I should use a split to open this side, to trim this side. So split, I'm going to select this surface, which is fill 1, and I'm going to select this sketch 4. Okay, this is okay for me. I click on OK. That's okay, and I'm going to just fill this side, just like this. So I don't need this sketch 4, and probably my part for now is ready. I'm not gonna create these two arrows inside of generative shape design mode. I can, but it takes a lot of time, so I'm gonna show you how to create it inside of part design. Okay, so to create a solid body from these surfaces, I'm gonna create a join using this one, maybe even this one, and actually I don't know, so that's why I right click on this list and select here distance propagation. So I have selected here 5 surfaces. I click on OK. I have joined one created, and I'm gonna switch to part design mode. So to create a solid body, I think I use a closed surface. I have this warning message. Do not worry about this. Just click on OK and select this join one as object to close and click on OK. So you can hide join one by right clicking and selecting hide show. So part 2, in my case, actually this should be part 2 in order to avoid any conflicts when I'm gonna create an assembly. So let it be part 2. Okay, and here let's create an arrows, 2 arrows. defines which define these two holes. Okay, so create on this plane a sketch, maybe just like this. So probably I'm gonna project this circle to my surface and create uh, this kind of rectangle, and probably uh, I create a rectangle using approximate uh, my sketch. I create my sketch using approximate dimensions, I guess. It should be something like this. So like this. I don't need these parts. This one, this one, this one, and also this one, and probably even this. So, what about dimensions? I think that the thickness or the width of this sketch should be 20 millimeters. Okay, and the angle between these two should be 90 degrees. I make them perpendicular by right-clicking like this, and these 2 points should be coincidence. And the distance between here, this point, and here. So, sorry, that's a bit wrong. So the distance between this point and x-axis should be probably 50. That's okay for me. And I'm gonna create exactly okay. So actually here I need only one arrow. That's okay. I trim this side of my circle, project a circle, and exit sketch workbench and create a path like this to other direction. Maybe the thickness will be only 5 millimeters. That's okay for me. And I'm gonna rotate, copy this by rotating using this two circular pattern probably. And here, first of all, the reference element will be z-axis. I'm gonna rotate it around z-axis, and the angle between these two will be 90 degrees. I think that's okay. That's all. I think that's all. Let's save this. Okay, inside this folder. So it is saved, and I'm gonna create another file which should be now an assembly. So start assembly design, and by right-clicking on product one, I select here components and existing component. I open here. Okay, this folder is already open. I select these two files and click on open. Okay, these two now are inside of my part. I use my compass to move one of them. Okay, and I think okay. So I think this part should be fixed. I use fix and select this one. Okay, constraint fix one is created, and let's color these two. The first one, this one should be, let's say, maybe this one, and this one probably should be this one. It doesn't matter. Color however you want, and let's hide these base planes. I don't want to right click to each of them and make them hidden like this. I just press Ctrl F on my keyboard, and here on this list, on this window next to name, I just type a plane. Okay, and click on this icon. I have found all planes all planes. I click on select, and anywhere on any of plane, I right click and make them hidden, just like this. Click on OK. That's all. So what about other constraints? First of all, these two spheres should be coincidence. So they will be coincidence by one point, not by a plane, not by a surface, not by an arrow or an axis. It will be these two will be coincidence by one point. Let's try to do this. I'm going to show you. So if I click on coincidence and try to so uh, to select a surface, this sphere, okay, here probably you see only a point is shown. That means if I select this sphere, the point will be selected. And in this case, I can see the exact situation. Okay, I want to select. I want to show this inside surface, inner surface, which is actually a sphere. And here, as you can see, there is a point. So this will be selected. Okay. So that means these two parts are coincidence by these 2 points. That's all. So what is next? What is next? I just okay. Let's click on Control Z. So what is next? Here I have a cylinder, and here I have a hole. This cylinder should be inside of this hole. I'm gonna create another constraint between this cylinder and this hole. Okay, just like this. And probably now I can click on update all icon. So now it is updated. Actually, my assembly is finished. I can say that my assembly is finished. What about this assembly? So in this position, uh, probably a fluid can be can move like this from between these two along these two arrows here and here. Okay, or maybe now we can use manipulation with respect to constraints, definitely, and rotate this green part like this, probably. Okay, and in this case now uh, so now the duration of will be like this. Okay, and so on and so on. This really simply assembly, and actually our project is finished. I click on yes, okay, and I'm gonna save this assembly, save as, and it will be saved inside this folder, which is new folder I have created on my desktop. Click on save. So okay, what about this? What about this message? It says that I wanna save assembly, but it is needed to save also parts. So do I want to save also parts? Yes, definitely. Because why they required to be saved? Because I have made these planes hidden. So that's why I should save them. Okay, I hide also these constraints. Okay, and save it once again by clicking save all here. Okay, and that's all. It is finished now.